Hey dancers, welcome to today's little session. If you're here and you clicked on this video, it's most likely because you are feeling some stress, some anxiety, your body is feeling tense or closed off, or maybe you're feeling extra just exhausted and depleted and like life is just too freaking much right now. First of all, you're not alone. The dance world is intense. It is an intense environment. I know you have a lot on your plate. Today's session is really to help you biohack your nervous system. That anxiety, that tension, that shallowness of breath, that exhaustion, your mind racing, that really is a result of what is happening in your nervous system. What we want to do in our yoga practice, the whole point of the meditation, the breathwork, the movement, and the mindfulness is ultimately to widen what is called our window of tolerance. This is to expand the capacity of which our nervous system can handle the stressful situations in life. If you notice that a lot of the little things can just trigger you into a state of stress, overthinking, or maybe you get angry and irritable, if you're getting very triggered by even small things, or a little thing can kind of ruin your day, then your window of tolerance might be a bit smaller. And what we want to work on is being able to expand that and stay in a place of grounded presence and ease in our body, even if we've got some things going on and we're juggling a lot, but to really be able to stay centered and grounded and calm and not kind of at the mercy of whatever life is throwing at us. And the way to do that is through essentially training your nervous system to remain in a parasympathetic state, in that place where we are centered, we can connect with others, we can feel into our heart space. We're not in this defensive, reactive, just state. So I notice for a lot of dancers that stress, when we are in a stress activated state of our nervous system, it tends to really manifest in the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the heart space, kind of this upper body area. And so we're really going to be focusing on that area in this little session here, doing some breath work to show us where our nervous system is at and start to train it and kind of give the power back to yourself, because the nervous system is tricky. While a lot of our stress responses and things like our breath, our digestive system, how our hormones are flowing in our body really does come down to our autonomic nervous system, which it's autonomic, it's involuntary. We're not thinking about doing those things, they just kind of happen. However, you do actually have a lot of control, especially when it comes to things like your breath. And tuning into your body can actually put you way back in the seat of actually being able to sit with your emotions, be present, and respond to life rather than be in a reactionary state. So that's what we're training today, finding that balance between working with the nervous system and putting the power back in your hands to get yourself back in a grounded state if things are really stressful. So grab a couple blocks. If you don't have blocks, grab a bolster. And let's just go right into it. We're gonna get started standing and just let your feet be wide as feels natural, whatever feels good right now. We're gonna start with just a little bit of bounce, a little bit of grounding. So I want you to just be lifting your heels off the ground and then just letting them drop back to the floor. So you're gonna bounce, 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 bounce. And let your arms just kind of shake, let your shoulders shake. And drop, really feel that drop, like ground, feel the earth, drop. Don't lock your knees, find a little bit of a bend. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let your arms shake. Shaking off the day. We're going to move the arms, so just like a little this motion here as you're bouncing. Inhale. And hands flip down, press down. Inhale, flip hands up. And then just take a moment to just like shake off the day. Feel your toes melting into the ground. Really root down. Fling the arms a little bit. Just shake off wherever you've been today. And then coming into stillness. Take a moment to close the eyes. And just stand nice and tall, feeling your tailbone dropping down towards the earth, not tucking your pelvis, but just that weighted feeling through your pelvis, dropping down through your legs, through the feet, feeling the toes spread out and down. As the top of the head floats up, shoulders drop down away from the ears. Now opening your eyes without moving or changing anything, simply look down and see where your hands are. So notice whether your hands, as they're resting here, are they kind of in the front of your body, here by your legs? Are they at the side? Are they in the middle? Where are they? And now if your hands, kind of like mine are right now, coming a little bit more forwards, or if you notice you're like this, that is going to indicate if your shoulders are kind of rounding. When we're anxious, we can kind of get in this closed off, closed heart space state. So where we really want to be is here, with our arms by our side. So that's just interesting to notice. Even if you think you're standing up tall, your shoulders can actually be kind of rounding forward. So if you found your hands were here, we're going to work on getting them here and really opening up through the heart space. So interlacing your fingers, flip the palms away, reaching up, pressing into the ceiling, shoulders dropping down. We're going to do a little bit of alkaline breath here. So follow along with me. We're going to begin by inhaling deeply and with some power. Exhale. So really invigorating, really full breaths, okay? We're going to do 6 of these in and out. Inhale all the way and hold at the top. Hold, reach those arms up overhead. And we're going to hold. So see if you can hold as long as you can. When you start to feel that sensation of your body really wanting to release, see if you can hold it even a moment there. And then we're going to exhale, breathe out fully, let your hands come down. Hands to the belly and hold the breath out at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale. So that's 1 round. So we're going to do the 6 times. You inhale on the 7th, hold it at the top, really feel that fullness. See if you can kind of let mind over matter here. If your body really is like, bro, I feel like I'm bursting, hold it just a moment longer. And then exhale fully, get all of that old stagnant air out. Hands to the belly and hold out. And see how long you can hold out here. That'll really indicate where your nervous system is at. If you have a hard time holding your breath in or out, that may indicate that your nervous system is a little more stressed. So we're going to do that flow 3 times. Do it on your own rhythm, okay? I might be holding mine longer or shorter than you, okay? So this is really going to get you in touch with your breath and notice what your body instinctually wants to do. If it gets really freaked out and starts to get anxious about holding the breath, see if you can in that moment be like, it's okay, I am in control. You're not gonna die, you're not gonna pass out from holding your breath. Building that trust. So let's begin the 6 rounds. Inhale, hold. Whenever you're ready, start the next round and just notice what your body is wanting to do. See if as you're holding the breath, if you feel like you want to constrict, see if you can relax the shoulders, relax the back of the neck a little bit. Notice what your body wants to do. And again. Last round, okay? Press those hands up, really stand nice and tall. Try not to let this happen, but really staying neutral through the ribs and pelvis. Breath out. All right, inhaling, reaching those arms up. Take a little bit of arch here by squeezing the glutes. Create that space in the low back, lifting up and out. And then exhale, bring the hands behind the head. Drop the chin to the chest. We're going to slowly begin to round forward, one vertebra at a time. Slight bend in the knees. Rounding down, drop, 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 drop. When you get to the bottom, let your hands come down. Shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet so you're not locking into your knees. Hanging out here, shake your head no. Placing that right hand right below your face, you're gonna bend the right knee, straighten the left. Inhale, twist open to the left, reaching that arm out. Now as you're twisting, see if you can lengthen the tailbone and the crown of your head away here. And draw those shoulders away from the ears, long neck. Inhale, breathing into that left side of the body. Nice, full, deep cleansing breaths. Now we're gonna rotate that left arm. So rotate and twist. So twisting from the wrist, rotating, just mobilizing that shoulder. Turn in, turn out, and exhale down to the center. Switching sides, left leg bends, right leg straightens, right arm up, lengthen through the spine, shoulders away from the ears, not locking into your knees or elbows. Deep breaths here. Let it feel good. And then we're gonna rotate from that right arm, rotate and rotate. Mobilizing that shoulder in its socket. And coming back to the center, now drawing the belly in towards the spine, little bend in the knees. We're gonna roll up one vertebra at a time. Notice if along the way your body wants to bypass, if it wants to kind of shift to one side or move a little faster through a certain area. Inhale, arms up. Take your feet a little bit wider, turn the feet out. Arch, and we're gonna do the same thing, roll down, chin to chest, belly button to the spine, rolling down. Noticing if there's any place where your body wants to move a little faster, maybe stretch feels a little intense down your spine. And this time when you get to the bottom, go ahead and bend those knees, drop the hips, coming into a malasana here. pressing the elbows into the knees, using the glutes to open up through the hips, long spine. Now we're gonna open up to the left. Inhale, open, really feeling that broadening across the collarbones. And with that space that we have created, see if you can take a deep breath into both the front and back body, getting all sides of the lungs. Lengthening out through those fingers. We're not just hanging out here. We are lengthening. We are active. We are pressing into the ground. Exhale, center. Inhale, open to the right. Lengthening as you twist. We're not just using the arms to crank ourselves here. We are lengthening and spiraling through the spine. Activating those glutes. Making sure those knees aren't falling in. Now breathing into the full capacity of the lungs. Beautiful. Hands down. We're going to kind of lift and switch down here into a little double stag here, all right? All right, we're going to place that right hand down. Inhale, open up to the left. Exhale, reach and see if you can slide that hand underneath the right, coming into a little twist here. Inhale, unraveling open, really mobilizing through the spine. Trying to not just press into the ground, to just like crank ourselves here. So you can just have a light hand here and really lift and twist. Exhale, twist and slide. We're gonna hold the stretch here for a moment. Breathing into the back. Last time, opening up. Exhale, twist and reach. Coming up. Mobilizing the hips, see if you can move them into that other double stag. And same thing, inhale, open, light through the shoulders. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhale. And reach and take a moment here in this stretch. See if you can find that place where you can really relax. Melt and surrender to the floor. Inhale, coming up. And now we're going to rotate, coming to a nice, comfortable cross-legged position. And just now that we've done some movement and gotten some of those jitters out of the body, we've arrived at the floor. Close your eyes for a moment. Just tune in with your body. Is there any movement that feels really good, or do you need to let out a sigh or a little sound like Is there anywhere that you can kind of let go? See if your spine wants a little movement. You really want to kind of move your hips to really feel those sits bones on the floor. Beautiful. So we're going to move through again a little bit of breath, lengthened holding. The longer that you can hold your breath, the stronger or wider your window of tolerance is. So if you're feeling frustrated, if it's hard for you to hold the breath, please don't judge yourself. This is a practice. But you do want to get to that point where you feel like your body is like, oh my God, we need to breathe. Oh, like, is she gonna breathe? Is she not? Like, and then give it one more moment to be like, listen, we are okay. We are in control. Like, I've got you. We want to build that trust with our body, because the longer we can do that, the more it'll start to learn like, oh, okay, we don't need to send the signals of like stress and like, oh my God, breathe, because we trust that they are going to take breath again. And you can actually hold your breath for a pretty long time safely, so you're not going to pass out through doing this, but just placing your hands wherever feels comfortable. Maybe that's on your belly so you can really feel that breath expanding. Maybe it's on your knees, whatever you want. We're going to move at this through our own pace. So I want you to just basically inhale fully. You're going to hold at the top. So see if you can count in your head. 1, 2, 3. Count, see how long you can hold it. And then exhale. And see how long you can hold. And try to keep your body relatively relaxed while you hold these, okay? We're gonna do this for about 1.5 minutes, and I just want you to really listen to your body and see if you can find that edge where you can shift into a place where you're like, all right, I'm gonna be able to hold this for a second longer, and just train your body to trust and just notice any emotions or sensations that arise as you move through this merging of the mind and body here, okay? I'm gonna do one more round. And when you're ready, just return back to your normal breath. We're going to do a couple exercises to really stretch out some of these tighter muscles in the neck and shoulders, and then reset our vagus nerve, which is our nerve superhighway that really has so much to do with how we feel. So the first thing we're going to do is let your head drop to the left ear down. We're going to reach out with that right arm at the diagonal. So we're not touching the ground, we're reaching out. There's lots of energy through the fingers, actively lengthening. And already you should hopefully feel a little bit of stretch kind of from your ear, down your jaw, down your neck, down those arms. And then we're going to flip the palms to face forward, energy through the fingers, and then reaching those fingers back, flexing from the wrist, keeping those fingers nice and strong and straight here. Trying not to round, really sitting up tall. Breathing into that right side body, seeing if you can really flex from the wrist while keeping those fingers straight. You might feel a burn through the hand, up the arm. Beautiful. And now bringing your chin down towards your left shoulder and gently placing your left hand on your head. So now we're looking more down than to the side. You're going to begin to, while drawing this right shoulder down, really keeping it down away from the ear, keep that arm lengthening up and out as you begin to reach out, coming to about somewhere in here, and then bring your fingers in, making sort of a fist with your thumb out. And there should be a point where get the stretch right here in your neck and kind of the top of your traps. So kind of feel around here, really active through that arm, through that thumb. Ooh. You'll feel the stretch kind of happening in your neck and traps, and it can feel quite intense. So find that place where you are getting still, a nice breath, you're not tensing. Exhale, coming down. Roll that shoulder back. I even notice a difference. My right shoulder feels like it can drop back a lot easier than my left shoulder. It still feels a little up and forwards. Do the same thing on the other side, dropping that left or that right ear down. Left arm reaches out the diagonal, really reaching out and down, energy through the fingers. Flip the palm to face forward, and then flex from the wrist, reaching those fingers back. Letting your head drop heavy to the right side, letting your sits bones drop to the floor, and breathe into the sensation. Ooh, you can play around with the tilt of your head. I slightly tilted it down, and ooh, that really brought it almost up into like my temple. So interesting, our body's so connected. Keep reaching back through those fingers, strong and active. Lengthen out. Ooh, and then drawing that chin down towards the right shoulder, bring that right hand to the head for a little bit more. And you're gonna reach that hand out and up, reach, 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 reach. Ooh, and right around here, bring those fingertips in. I really feel it here. So you want to be drawing that shoulder down as you're lengthening up, and then, ooh, so kind of feel around in here. Ooh, yeah. Trying not to round. You want to stay nice and tall through the spine. Exhale down. Whoa, take a couple of head circles here. Inhale up, exhale down, taking a cactus, and without arching through the ribs, see if you can really draw those arms back and find opening through the collarbones rather than arching through the back. Beautiful. You're gonna bring that right hand across to the left rib cage here, kind of giving yourself a little hug. And draw that left hand to the right side of the head, pulling over here to a little bend. So we're not doing a huge bend here. It's very small, kind of feeling held and supported by this hand. Keeping your face straight forward. You're not going to turn your head at all, but with your eyes, you are going to look up towards the right corner up ahead. So you want to hold your gaze there. You can blink, of course, but what we're doing here is a vagus nerve reset. So really try to pick a spot, moving your eyes as far to the right and up as you can, holding the gaze there, and simply breathe. If you feel like you need to sigh or do a yawn or your body shifts a little, let that happen. Holding the gaze. And come back to the center. You might feel a little dizzy as you're resetting. It's totally fine. Interrupt that left hand to the right rib. Same thing, other side, bending gently over, keeping your head facing forward. Eyes go up to the left. Hold the gaze and breathe softly. What this is doing is giving your vagus nerve, which is a really big main nerve of the body, a chance to kind of reset and rebalance and kind of interrupt any pattern of stress that it might have been in. And come back to the center. Alrighty, to wrap up, grab those blocks. You're going to place one at this second height here, it's medium height, and then the next one here at the full height. And what we're going to do is a little heart opening here. So you want to come on back. You're going to place your shoulder blades, kind of that upper thoracic area, on this first block, and then your head on this other block here. And what I like to do to help my hip flexors relax is bring my feet out wide and let the knees fall in together. So it should feel like you don't have to hold or grip at all in the hip flexors. And bring your arms out to the side so you can find more of this like draping, opening across the collarbones and the front of the chest. A little baby stretch here. If you don't have the blocks, you can use a bolster and kind of lean back on the bolster or some pillows. We just want a little bit of gentle heart opening here. And now we're going to do the same thing with the eyes that we just did while seated, but we're going to keep our head facing straight up and just moving our eyes over to the right and holding the gaze to the right while we're keeping our head in the same place. And let your eyes kind of unfocus and relax, but just holding them in that position, and continue to breathe naturally. You might notice you need to yawn or your body wants to wiggle. Let that happen. More seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your eyes back to center. Take a breath. Surrender to the floor. And now same thing, moving your eyes over to the left and holding the gaze there. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back to the center. Very nice and comfortable. Oh my gosh, yeah. Let the yawns or let your body take any movement here. If it needs to stretch or sigh, anything. Oh. And then closing your eyes, letting your hands rest wherever is comfortable. We're going to breathe here for a couple of minutes. And just even if your life is feeling hectic right now or you're feeling stressed, just want you to remember in the grand vision of things, in the grand scheme of your life, that sometimes when it feels like things are falling apart, that they really could be falling into place. And to trust that you do deserve to be happy, you deserve the best, that things are working out. And even when it feels like doors are closing, perhaps they're just directing you away from really what would not have served you in the long run. Even when what we think we want is the right thing, sometimes it isn't. So just trusting that things are going to work out, that you will figure it out, that you are capable, you are resourceful, you are resilient, and that you are loved. Above all else, you are so loved. I promise you, no one is angry at you. No one is judging you. You are loved, you are supported. You have everything that you need within and without to make your dreams happen. Just trusting in the divine timing, the way that things unfold. Just affirming that I am here and now. I am here and now in this moment where everything is okay. I'm just here with my body breathing. No need to worry about what happened yesterday or what you still have left to do today. Here in this moment, you are held. Here in this moment, you can relax and breathe easy. Placing your hands on your heart and just giving a couple small circles here, just feeling into your heart space. See if you can open up a little bit more. Taking any movement that feels good. I'm gonna roll gently off the blocks into a little fetal position here. And gently press yourself up. I feel so like I want to go snuggle and lay in bed. If you feel like your body really just wants to move, or if you need to yawn and sigh, that means that this practice is working and that it worked. We want those shifts to happen. So if you need to take a moment here to just kind of noodle around, let your body take some organic movement. Let it happen. Thank you for practicing, my friends. Drink some water. Breathe deep. It's gonna be okay. You've got this. If anything starts to feel stressful, feels like you can't handle it, or you're getting irritable, just return to the breath and know that you do have a lot of control over how you respond to life, that you do have the capacity to hold space for whatever is happening in life, but most importantly for yourself and your emotions. To listen to them, to honor them, to move with them, and know that I'm here for you too. Feel free to reach out anytime if you need support. I would love to connect with you and support you on your journey as a dancer. And I will see you in the next class, my loves. Thank you for practicing today. Feel better.